Good morning. Today is Yom Yerushalayim, Chav Ches Iyar, 28th of Iyar, in which Yerushalayim, the entire city, including the Kotel and the Har HaBayis, came back into Jewish hands, as we spoke about yesterday in Shul. And I saw an interesting thing that was written by Rabbi Sachs, the former chief rabbi of England. And he said he was standing in 1969 at a certain place in which he looked from there a different view of the Kotel and the Har HaBayis, and he saw the sun shining there, the beauty of it there. And of course he was reminded of the Gemara at the end of Makos. The Gemara tells us a very, very famous story. It says that Rabbi Akiva was once walking together with the other Chachamim, with the other rabbis, and they came to the place of the Har HaBayis. They came to the place where the Beis HaMikdash had been standing and where it was now in destruction, and they saw a fox running on top of the Har HaBayis. So those with Rabbi Akiva started crying, and Rabbi Akiva started smiling, laughing. They said, "Why are you crying?" And he answered them with a good Jewish answer. "Why are you crying?" He said, excuse me, they asked him, "Why are you smiling?" And he said to them, "Why are you crying?" So he said, because they answered and said the place where if a non-Kohen would go, the Torah said would be executed. Now there are foxes running over there. How can we not cry? And he answered and said, "That's exactly why I am crying. Excuse me, I am laughing." And he said that this place in which there had been two prophecies given by two different prophets in different time periods in history, and yet they come together and they're in a sense contradictory. Once he saw that the foxes were in fact running there, and the prophet had foretold the time when the destruction was going to be so great that there would be these foxes running over there. Once he saw that, then he realized that the future would be of the other prophet, that is, Od Yeshvu Zkenim Uzkenos B'Rechovos Yerushalayim, that there will still be the time when the old men and the old women will be sitting in the streets of Yerushalayim. And now that I've seen the destruction, I also believe in the rebuilding that was foretold over here. And that's why he said, "I am smiling." And they answered, "Akiva nichamtanu, nichamtanu, you have given us comfort." So Rabbi Sachs asked the question, said, what would happen if Rabbi Akiva knew that it was almost 2,000 years that it would take for this to come? Would he still be smiling? And he, of course, answered, yes, of course he would. And the reason is because that's the way we are. We have been waiting all of these years. And he said the reason is based on an idea that comes with Yaakov, that when Yosef was taken away from him, it says, "Vayakumu kol banav v'chol bnosov l'nachamo, vayima'en lehinachem," that when they tried to tell Yaakov that Yosef was dead, and he refused to be comforted. Why did he refuse to be comforted? Because he still had this belief that he was alive. And as long as you believe something is alive, then you'll never stop mourning, because comfort doesn't come. You know that there's this possibility, there's this hope, in fact, there is this reality, as we had been told, that it will be rebuilt. And Rabbi Akiva and the Jews throughout the ages have that. We just finished Shmon Esrei. We said, "V'Yerushalayim Yircha B'Rachamim Tashuv," that with mercy you will return back to Yerushalayim and it will be rebuilt. And we're seeing the beginnings of that now. Yom Yerushalayim recalls that event. A good day, gentlemen.